So in the beginning of the film we see a boy named Mitaya standing scared in the substation because he felt as if he was trapped in a maze, where whenever he goes beyond exit number 8, he ends up back there, and every time he sees a man passing by, who was walking without saying anything. Even though he was scared, when Mia thought of asking him for directions and just then he turned back, that man was right behind him, smiling in a strange way, as if he had read Mia's thoughts. Mia got so scared that he didn't ask anything and ran ahead. Then his eyes fell on a board on which was written exit 0. But on the board above it was written exit 8. He found this strange. Once, twice, even 100 times he searched for a way out of here. Every path was made as if the doors were showpieces. He kept roaming in this maze again and again. He also tried to make an emergency call, but all the exit intercoms were not working and his phone also did not have any kind of signal. Now he got down. He stood there. He looked carefully at a picture on the wall where ants were stuck in a strange loop and were trying to find the destination just like him. But neither did the loop have a destination, nor was Mia able to find the destination. This picture and thought confirmed to Mia that he was stuck in a similar loop and now he would never be able to get out. He was still thinking all this when in a strange way blood started coming out of the board above which said exit 8 and falling on his face. He got so scared that instead of running forward, he started running backwards, and here shockingly he saw a very big change. The board on which exit 0 was written earlier, now had exit 1 written on it. But everything else here was the same. Some hints were also written on this board, one of which was to pay attention. If you see anything changed or abnormal, run back immediately. And if you don't see anything abnormal or changed, then keep moving towards exit 8 as before. Mia understands that the falling of that red liquid at that time was an abnormality. He ran back in fear, and that is why he came from 0 to exit 1. Thinking all this, a hope arose in him that he could get out of here soon. He now again moved towards exit 8. He did not find any change, so he kept moving forward, and when he reached the board with exit 0, he was shocked. Where exit 1 was written earlier, it had become 0 again. Meaning he had done something wrong. He understood that this mess is just like a game. Just like one mistake ends the game and takes him to 0. Similarly, one mistake of his will also take him to 0. It was necessary for him to follow the rules of the game and play carefully, if he had to save his life from this mess. After thinking, he took out his mobile and started taking pictures of every small and big thing so that when he goes out from here again, he can see the change. He even took a picture of the person who was repeatedly passing in front of him under the exit 8 board. Till now he did not see anything abnormal or any change, so he moved ahead, and when he reached the second exit board, finally 1 was written on it. That means his guess was absolutely correct. Nothing had changed before and he had crossed level 1. For level 2, he knew that he has to go here again and see the change. Now moving ahead, as soon as he takes out his mobile to look at the pictures and find the change here, he sees that all the pictures in his mobile had become blurred, in which nothing was visible now. He understood that he has to use only his mind to win this game. He was still thinking all this when he saw that the man who always passed under the boat below exit 8 was standing there. He immediately understood that this is the change. That is why he immediately ran towards the back door. But the scary thing was that the man started following him, in such a way that he was not even walking. But whenever Mia looked back, the man was right behind him. Mia fell down in fear. When he got up, he saw that he had reached the board with exit 0, where finally 2 was written, and the man was not behind him, which means that he had crossed another level. After crossing 2 levels, Mia's confidence increases even more. Confidently, he now starts remembering everything and starts looking for the change. He was roaming inside the same table again when he heard the sound of a child crying from inside a locker. Frightened, he opened the locker and was scared to see the scene inside. It was not shown. But Mia ran backwards in fear. In this way he had crossed his 3rd level also. Exit 3 was now written on the board of exit 0. He thought that only 5 more levels were left, after which he would reach the quarter and get out of this nightmare. He again went towards the exit 8 and again started looking at everything carefully. This time he felt as if someone was watching him while he was passing through this corridor. When he looked at the pictures, the people in the pictures were looking at him with their eyes rolling. He experienced this thing and quickly ran backwards again, and finally the exit board changed to the board of exit 0 exit 4, which meant that he had crossed 4 levels. He was very happy. He had won half the game. He was getting more panicky along with being happy because he knew that if he made even a small mistake, he would go back to 0. Again he started walking towards exit 8. He was just passing through the corridor when his phone rang. He saw that his girlfriend was calling. Mia felt very strange with her call because just a few days ago they both had decided to leave each other. When Mia picked up the call, he came to know that he was going to become a dad. That girl had left all the decision on Mia. If Mei wanted to give birth to this child, then that girl was also ready to come to Mei again. Hearing this, Mei's heart starts feeling strange. He remembers an incident a few days ago when he was inside a train and a child was crying. A man had scolded that crying child and his mother. He wanted to take a stand for that child and his mother and wanted to say something to that man. But he did not have the courage to say anything. How could he take the responsibility of his son as a child? He was left confused. At the same time, he also disconnected the call, and as soon as the call was disconnected, the exit board, which was at 4 earlier, again became 0. Actually, he had made a big mistake. He already knew that there was no signal coming in the table, and the biggest change here was the call from his girlfriend, and he missed this change and he did not come back to the exit board. And now where he had crossed half the level earlier, he had again come to 0. He had to play the whole game again. Mei gets so frustrated with this thing that he sits down and starts shouting loudly. He had to cross this mess, but now he did not have any motivation left in him. He kept moving forward with dead steps, but now he did not see anything different inside this mess. After taking a turn in the corridor, he saw a child here and he immediately ran towards the back exit. But he saw that the number 0 was still showing on the exit board. That means that the child had not changed at all. It was revealed that the child was stuck in this mess just like Mei, and he was also trying to get out of there. Mei also sees the man here who always passes in front of him wearing suit and boots. At this point Mei understands that the man was also not a part of this mess but was stuck in this mess just like Mei and this child, and he was also looking for a way to get out of here. We were shown that the man wearing suit and boots and this child used to work as a team earlier. They also repeatedly saw a girl in this mess who was not trying to get out of here like them. When that man asked the girl that why are you not trying to get out of here? So the girl replied, I get pushed around in trains every day, go to work. Life is so tough. I don't think I should go back to that tough life. I am quite relaxed at this table. The girl was saying all this when her voice slowly started changing. She started saying the same sentence again and again which she had said once. When her voice became heavy and changed to a man's voice, the man understood that this is an abnormality here and he immediately ran towards the back exit board with the child. They were shown that the number 6 was now appearing on their exit board. That means they were very close to winning the game. They go around the whole table once again. They try to find out what change had happened in this table. They see that girl passing by again, but she does not talk to them. The child sees that the door handles were installed in a strange manner here. The child also tries to tell this to the big man. But the man ignores the child and takes him forward. And in this way he lost so much time. Ignorance, such a small mistake takes his whole game back and his exit board comes back to 0 number. That means he had lost the game and now he had to start again. That man was now shattered. He was tired. He screamed at that too. But it was necessary to get out of here. So he got ready to play this game once again. He held the child's hand and started walking on this table again. The interesting thing was that now he had also seen a way to go up. He became very happy. He wanted to go up by climbing the stairs. But the child kept explaining to him that this is a game. This is an abnormality. We have to turn back according to the rules. But this big man did not listen to the child and he climbed the stairs, and because of that he got stuck in this table. The child who had gone towards the exit board saw that now there was 1 on the exit board instead of 0. That means this child was right. Those stairs were an abnormality. There is no way to go out. That child also knew now that the man will always remain trapped in those stairs. Anyway, the story shifts back to Mei, where he saw that child. Mei understood that this child and that man were playing as a team earlier. So seeing this child alone, he also understood that the big man has left the child. He did not feel good for the child at all. Now that child became Mei's friend and Mei quickly realized that this child's IQ is very high. That means this child is very intelligent and he catches even the smallest changes very easily. Using the child's skills, these people soon cross the first and then the second level as well. And when they were roaming inside this mess to cross the third level, suddenly the lights of the mess started flickering. Started blinking. Along with the crying of the children, the sounds of rats speaking in a strange way started coming here. When Mei turned on the light of his phone, he saw that man standing in a very strange manner. Mei got scared and immediately ran back holding the child's hand, and he came to know that he had crossed another level. Everything that had happened and which scared both of them was just a test for them. They started roaming in the mess for the next round and a woman came in front of them. Mei understood that this woman is also an abnormality here and they have to turn back. But that child started crying and started going towards that woman. That child was getting very emotional, so Mei picked him up and ran back, and in this way they crossed another level. But even after crossing this level and winning half the game, Meh was not happy because he started getting worried about the child who was away from his mother. He felt pity for the child and held his hand tightly and promised himself that he would take the child to his mother. The next time when they were roaming in this mess, it was surprising that they did not see any change here. But the boys saw that the Exit 8 board that was put up above had 8 written upside down on it this time. Such a small change which anyone ignores, catches the child's mind and they immediately turn back, and in this way they cross level 6 as well. Now only 2 levels were left. Mata knew that after that he would be free from this table. He would come back to his world. But don't know why the feelings inside him were very strange. When he started to circle the table again, suddenly a flood of water came from behind. Mita immediately wanted to go back with this child. But the child fell and came inside the flood. Meh himself did not move forward. He went inside the water to save that child, and as soon as he went inside the water, Meh's world changed. He started having strange visions and he saw himself near the beach, where he saw that his friend was with him and this child who was with him in the mess at this time, he was seeing him as his family and his son. Here he was enjoying a lot with this child, and at this time he realized that being a father is not a burden but it is a very beautiful feeling and a very beautiful relationship. Before he could think anything else, he felt a severe pain in his body and he came back to reality. Meh and that child were still stuck in the water. Meh uses all his strength. He picks up that child and tries to keep him above the water. He hung the child on the board of Exit 8 and he himself went floating with the flow of water. The scene cut and the scene after some time was shown. When that little child woke up he saw himself in a destroyed place. The kid turned back. Surprisingly, the kid still remembered all the routes and rules, and when he turned back, the number 7 was visible on the exit board, meaning that these people had crossed another level. The kid knew that now only the last level was left which he had to cross. But now Miata was not with him. On the other hand, we were shown that Meh had also finally reached the final level, i.e. level 8. He was surprised, not happy. He did not understand whether this was his victory or a trap. He could now clearly see the stairs ahead and people were also walking on those stairs. He was confused whether he should go back or go ahead. Being confused, he moved forward and he also called his friend from his phone. Now signals had also come in his phone. Meaning, he felt that he had come to the real world. He was finally free from this mess. When his friend picks up the call, Meh says that I am ready to take this responsibility. Meh realized that he is ready to become a father. Meh now goes inside the metro. But the strange thing is that Meh sees all the things inside this metro as if he has seen all these things before. In a short while, a child cries here and the man starts scolding the child and his mother. This is the same scene which we have seen in Meh's mind earlier in the movie. Meh looked around at the people. All those people were strange. They were busy with their phones, and here Meh's heart broke. He understood that this time also he was trapped in the trap of the game. He had not cleared number 7 after number 6 and all this was also a trap. He was trapped in a loop and he had made a big mistake. Seeing the abnormality, he did not go back towards the exit board but kept moving forward. And thus, he is again stuck in the same loop from which he was trying to get out. And just by showing that, the movie ends here with the mystery of whether Maeda is free or remains stuck inside the same table.